Hi, this is an updated video where I am going to show you how to use Sky Safari on RST-135. So you can do multi-star alignment, and then you can choose a target and perform go-to and so forth. With Sky Safari, you don't have plate solving, so you will have to use your eyepiece and visually center it. Um, I'll follow up for this video. I'm going to also show my more common setup where I use air and do plate solving, so I can do the whole thing, whatever I'm doing today, much more quickly. But anyways, coming back for today's video, it's going to be about Sky Safari, more specifically Sky Safari 6 Pro, and this is Rainbow Astro RST-135. So let's start with the hand controller. Um, from the home screen, you press 7. You come down to communication, press enter. It'll start off with the USB mode. You come down to Wi-Fi, press enter. So that'll flip on Wi-Fi. The USB mode will be disabled. Then you come down to protocol. You press enter to toggle between the options. The options are LX200 and Rainbow. You want to leave it when you see LX200 because you want to use LX200 protocol to talk from Sky Safari into the mount. And technically that's it. And then you go to Wi-Fi information, press enter. You'll see some information. You will need that information to connect your iPad to the mount. So once you make these settings, you need to restart the mount. So just switch it off, switch it back on. Okay, now on a every night basis, when you have the power connected to the mount and all that, you also want to make sure that the hand controller is connected. And then once the system is powered up, you go into the Wi-Fi. And select the RST hotspot. If this is the first time you're connecting, you will have to enter the password. The password is displayed in the Wi-Fi information on the handset. The same way you enter uh, the protocol, like you press from the home screen, press 7, scroll down to communication, and then scroll down to Wi-Fi information. Okay, so now we are connected to RST-135. So now you start Sky Safari Pro. And the first time when you open Sky Safari Pro, you want to go into settings, click on the setup. So on the left side under telescope, select the setup. And you want to specify the equipment. In the equipment scope type, you want to select the LX200 Classic. And then equipment mount type, it's equatorial German go-to. And the only other setting you will have to change is set time and location. Just have it turned on, done. And then at the bottom of the screen, you will see the toolbar. On the toolbar on a smaller screen, you can swipe left and right. But you want to go into the tool that says scope. And within the scope, once you have the equipment configured, you can click on connect. Oh, one more thing, sorry. Um, Let me go back to settings. So in the telescope setup, in addition to the protocol, the mount type, the scope type, you want to enter the IP address and port number. So these are the details that are displayed on the Wi-Fi information on the hand controller. So that's the details that the mount is now connected at. Okay, now Sky Safari is connected to the mount, and it's telling me that it's pointing west. RST, when it's at the home position, points west. So this looks right. So I'm going to select a target. Let's see, Mars seems like a good target. Select Mars and click on Go To. Okay, so you can see the scope display, the circles around the target. So we can verify that the object is actually centered. It doesn't appear so, but you can center the object by using the top, bottom, left, right controls. So you slew the scope like that. And let's say Mars is now centered on the eyepiece. You can see that the crosshairs on the iPad are away from where it says Mars. So that's the offset that we're trying to correct. So touch on Mars again. Oops. Okay, Mars, click on Align. And then it's asking you whether you want to align the telescope on Mars. What's going to happen is wherever the telescope is pointing now will be aligned with on the screen. So yeah, that's Mars. So now that's the correction. So now let's say we choose play this. Let's just say pick this. Okay, maybe Aldebaran. 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 Let's say go to the pointing accuracy. Doesn't improve with the 1-star alignment. So again, you go to the eyepiece and move the scope around and align it. And let's say now the object is centered. You just touch Aldebaran again, click on align. It's going to confirm whether you want to align the mount on this object. It's align. So this is a 2-star alignment. You can repeat this process multiple times. So what happens is the LX200 protocol has a align command. The align command basically tells the mount that the object database ID, whatever the coordinates are, is actually at this point. So the more such input that you give, the more precise the pointing accuracy gets. Um, yeah, so this is essentially how we do multi-star alignment. I actually find this a little bit cumbersome, to be honest, but it is interesting to be able to see it. Um, like I said, I'll upload another video where I show you how to do ASA Air and use plate solving for visual. I mean, you have to use like a camera for plate solving, and build a couple of points, and you can then remove the camera, and after that point you can use eyepiece all the way. I kind of rushed through the object centering. It can be quite painful, especially if you have very long focal length, and trying to find the object of the finder and the scope have to be precisely aligned. Yeah, I honestly don't enjoy this setup, but it is quite fun. The other alternative, that I sometimes use is to use a very wide angle eyepiece, so you get more perspective and helps with centering. But it is still requires some effort, and if you're in a hurry, so clouds rolling in and so forth, uh, I actually prefer the plate solving method. It's just 2 minutes, but this can be a time consuming. But once you have it figured out, it can be quite fun. So yeah, it's up to you. These are all just quite a few options. So whichever you enjoy. That's about it. Uh, Let me know if you have any questions or any inputs. I can help you out.